motherfucking Master P. That motherfucking Master P. Man. Shout out to Herschel, man. I always tell motherfuckers I'm a huge Master P fan. I fucks with Master P. The early Master P shit. All the early No Limit shit. I fuck with it. I fuck with that shit, man. Shout out to Beats by the Pound, DJ KLC on the beats. You feel me? Man. I had the opportunity to do some music with the late great Soulja Slim. You know what I mean? I was able to make that happen. Shout out to Soulja Slim. But No Limit had a great run. That's facts. And shout out to Mia X. I want to throw that out there too. If you guys even know who Mia X is, I think Mia X is probably one of the most slept on female rappers, period. I think Mia X is probably one of the coldest female MCs to ever do it. Like I think bar for bar, I think she could fuck with Lil' Kim. Mia X is hard. Like for real. In her prime days, like in her heyday, Mia X had bars. Nah, man. Hey. She was tight. She was tight. I'm a huge Mia X fan. Man. Y'all gotta go back and listen to that old No Limit shit. Like that early No Limit shit. They was really spitting. They was really spitting on that album. On those albums. Not Mr. Servon. There's other guys on there that sucked. But every now and then you had a couple cats that had bars. That's facts. That's facts. Man. So what we doing? Just let me know so we get this going. Are we playing more hip hop, or are we on a different note now? Are we hopping off into the funk and R&B and soul situation? You know, or are we still on that hip hop? Are we still on that shit, that raw shit? Give me some feedback, man. Man. Yeah, shout out to Mia X. Man. Dennis Brown. I ain't ready for the bumper clock. Rastafari. CD. They playing no Dennis Brown, man. I gotta tap into that. Like I have to work my way into that. I can't just hop on the Prophet rise again. I gotta work my way into that, disc golf. That's too strong. It's too potent. That shit is too potent. Started off the Prophet rides again. That's too much, man. Man, where we going? Dennis Brown. That's crazy. Shout out to One Take. Booger Reds. Slick it's not. It's good anytime. The prophet rides again. The prophet rides again. That's disc golf shit right there. Hey, Yaki like that shit too. Yaki likes that shit too, man. Where Yaka Pride at? Where Yaki? He fucks with that shit. Y'all be thinking of old man. I can hold a fucking note if I need to. What the fuck? The prophet rides again. The prophet rides again. That's how it go. That's how it go, though. I don't even know where that shit at. I'm really looking for it. I can't find it. I can't find it, man. But if I find it, I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna run it. We gonna get the profit up in this motherfucker tonight. We gonna work it out. We gonna work it out. Let me play something to confuse everybody. I'm about to play some weird shit right now. I'm about to play some weird shit. I'm about to play some real fucked up shit. I'm sorry, this is how I feel right now. This is how I feel. The prophet rides again. We're gonna start it right here. Shout out to Mr. Golfer. We're gonna get them Ohio players up in there too. Man. Shout out to the Latino community. We about to run this shit like it's Telemundo. Think it's a game. Shout out to Willie Coleon. All my Puerto Ricans, all my Dominicans, y'all know what it is.
Por la esquina del viejo barrio lo vi pasar con el tumbao que tienen los guapos al caminar. Las manos siempre en los bolsillos.
Shout out to Mr. Golfer, man.
Pa' que no sepan en cuál de ellas lleva el puñal. Usa un sombrero de ala ancha de medio lado y zapatillas por si hay problemas salir volado. Lentes oscuros pa' que no sepan que está mirando y un diente de oro que cuando ríe se ve brillando. Como a 3 cuadras de aquella esquina, una mujer va recorriendo la acera entera por 5ª vez. Y en un zaguán entra y se da un trago para olvidar que el día está flojo y no hay clientes para trabajar. Un carro pasa muy despacito por la avenida. No tiene marcas, pero todos saben que es policía. Pedro Navaja, las manos siempre dentro del gabán. Mira y sonríe y el diente de oro vuelve a brillar. Mientras Mientras camina pasa la vista de esquina a esquina. No se ve un alma, está desierta toda la avenida. Cuando de pronto esa mujer sale del zaguán y Pedro Navaja aprieta un puño dentro del gabán. Mira pa' un lado, mira pa' el otro y no ve a nadie. Ya la carrera, pero sin ruido, cruza la calle. Y mientras tanto en la otra acera va esa mujer, refunfuñando pues no hizo pesos con qué comer. Mientras camina del viejo abrigo saca un revólver. Esa mujer iba a guardarlo en su cartera pa' que no estorbe. Un 38 Smith & Wesson del especial que carga encima pa' que la libre de todo mal. Y Pedro Navaja, puñal en mano, le fue pa' encima. El diente de oro iba alumbrando toda la avenida. Quiso fácil, mientras reía el puñal le hundía sin compasión. Cuando de pronto sonó un disparo como
Cold part about it, if you ask any Latino person in here right now, they talking about some gangster shit. Motherfuckers getting shot and all types of shit.
Yo que pensaba, hoy no es mi día, estoy sala. Pero Pedro Navaja, tú estás peor, no estás en nada. Y créanme gente que aunque hubo ruido, nadie salió. No hubo curiosos, no hubo preguntas, nadie lloró. Solo un borracho con los dos muertos se tropezó. Cogió el revólver, el puñal, los pesos y se marchó. Y tropezando se fue cantando desafinado el coro que aquí les traje y da el mensaje de mi canción. La vida te da sorpresas, sorpresas te da la vida, ay Dios. La vida te da sorpresas, sorpresas te da la vida, ay Dios. Pedro Navaja, matón de esquina, quien a hierro mata, a hierro termina. La vida te da
This is called Pedro Navaja, off the Willie Corleone album, 1972, I believe.
martillo del cielo te caen los clavos.
La vida te da sorpresas, sorpresas te da la vida.
En barrio de Mopo, cuidado en la acera, cuidado cámara, que el que no corre vuela.
grave, have to leave. Spare I mean, and if I die before I wait, I hope the Lord don't hesitate. Get to heaven, we went through hell. Tell my peeps, all is well. And all them fools, souls for sale, sitting next to just hell. Pain and scream in my head, on my head, on my bed. If I hung, let me hear, get this benefit. Fuck the slides, won't buy. Why is why? Till we fry. Watch a song, stay alive. Both slice of devil pie. Drugs and thugs, women wine. 3 or 4 at a time. Watch them all, stay alive. Both slice.
Have a beautiful night, Amanda. I appreciate you. Be safe. I'll talk to you later on this week.
Goes like this. Here's the list. Materialistic, greed and lust, jealousy, envy, bread and dough, cheese, flash and stash, cash and cream, temperatures.
Shout out to Michael B. Michael B was good.
Hell is this all about? Apocalypse, ain't no doubt. Everybody's holding out. All the loot, all the clout. Right or wrong, we do or die. Only vengeance can pacify. Watch your back, so will I. In these days and time, fuck the slides, won't pie. Why is why? Till we fry. Watch a song, stay alive. Both slice of devil's pie. Drugs and thugs, women wine. 3 or 4 at a time. Watch them all, stay alive. Both slice of devil's pie.
Trying to eat.
Come on. Come on. If you wanna let the pop.
Yeah, pop. On the plate.
Check it out. Walk of the beast.
This how it be in this everlasting game.
Ain't no justice, just us. As the ashes, dust to dust. Time has come for most of us.
Get the money, Michael B. Get the money.
I know I was born to die. Search to find the peace of mind. 85, don't be blind. There can be no compromise. Fuck the slide, yeah. Won't survive. Wine is wine. Jealous rhyme. Watch the song. Stand in line. Phone slice of the devil's mind. Drugs and thugs. Women wine. 3 or 4 at a time. Wait a minute. Let me tell you about the slice of the devil's mind. Shit, everybody out there, get down with the slice of the devil's mind. In the line, slice of the devil's mind. To the woman in the street, sell her fucking body for a slice of the devil's mind. Niggas killing each other in the streets for a slice of the devil's mind. But it's all in line, all in line. For a slice of the devil's mind. Yeah, all in line. All in line, give me those slice of the devil. Y'all, all in line, what? All slice of the devil. Yeah, all in line, don't give a fuck. I ain't going out for slice of the devil. Yeah.
This generation rules the nation with version. Music answer the food of love. Songs to really make you rub and scrub. Sang badang badang biddly bang biddly bang bang biddly 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 bang. I say
Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. It a go bun.
give me the music, make me jump and from.
It a go done.
Give me the music, make me
Jano.
walk in a the
It was a cool and lonely, breezy afternoon.
How does it feel when you got no food?
I could feel it cause it was the month of
How
June.
does it feel when you got no food?
So I left my gate and went out for a
How
walk.
does it feel when you got no food?
chip on the left hand side, it a go bun.
Give me the music, make me jump and from.
It a go done.
Give me the music, make me
Jello.
rockin' at the down. Bang bang middling, bang middling, bang 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 middling, bang middling, middling bang.
So I stopped to find out what was going on. How does it feel when you got no food? 'Cause the spirit of Jah, you know he leads you on. How does it feel when you got no food? There was a ring of dreads and the session was there in swing. How does it feel when you got no food? And you could feel the chill as I seen and heard them say. How does it feel when you got no food? Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. It a go bun.
Give me the music, make me jump and from.
It a go done.
Give me the music, make me
Jello.
rockin' at the down. Come me say listen to the drum and me say listen to the bass. Give me little music, make me wind up me waist. Me say listen to the drum and me say listen to the bass. Give me little music, make me wind up me waist. I say
Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. It a go bun.
give me the music, make me jump and from.
It a go done.
Give me the music, make me
Jello.
rockin' at the down. You play it on the radio, and so me say we a go hear it on the stereo. And so me know we a go play it on the disco. And so me say we a go hear it on the stereo.
Pass the dutchie on the left hand side.
I say-
Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. It a go bun.
Give me the music, make me jump and from.
It a go done.
Give me the music, make me
Jello.
rockin' at the down.
On the left hand side. 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 On the left hand side.
We say east, we say west,
On
we say
the left
north
hand
and
side.
south. This is gonna really
On
make me
the
jump
left hand
and shout.
side.
We say east, we say west, we say north and south.
all together. A harvest for the children. A harvest for the world. Oh, give thanks for the children.
It's a lazy afternoon, just the kind of a day made for loving you. Soon the evening breezes will start to blow. Baby, grab your hat now, 'cause here we go. Ooh, I love the things you do, and the way that I feel when I'm close to you. I had dreamed so long, is it really so? Oh, baby, grab your hat now, 'cause here we go. Off to Wonderland, floating hand in hand, like in the movies. Everyone can tell that I'm in love with you. Never knew what love could do. My heart begins to pound whenever you're around. I'm never coming down. Oh, oh, oh. It's a 2:15.
And there's no one around except me and you.
Well, it's times like this that I'm living for. Oh,
Hurry, turn the lights down and lock the door.
baby, don't stop, don't you dare. No,
Just a little bit more, we're almost there.
any second now I'll explode. Baby, grab your hat now, 'cause off to Wonderland, floating hand in hand, like in the movies. Everyone can tell that I'm in love with you. I never knew what love could do. My heart begins to pound whenever you're around. I'm never coming down. Oh, no. Grab your hat now, here we go. That's right. I want to see you just do it. I love it. Unbelievable.
together for a time. I know we'll make it. You and I have found the lover that's dreamer. No one
Stephanie
else
Mills.
can take it.
Man, they need a Stephanie Mills documentary. We need one of those.
You and I, baby. You and I, baby. You and I can be together.
Man, give me a little feedback. You guys cool with the music? You enjoying the music? Lurking, whatever? I don't give a shit. Somebody tap in, let me know we good to go.
You and I,
I'm just over here smoking, doing what I do, man. Jams, no peanut butter.
you and I,
Shout out to the GRC. I appreciate that, man.
now that you know how I feel about you, don't let it go to your head, no. Don't let it go to your head, no, 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 no. Now that you know
I see you, Anarchy.
I can't live
I see you,
without
Herschel. I see you, man.
Ooh-wee. Don't let it go to your head, no, no, no.
Appreciate it.
Don't let it go to your head, no, no, no. Don't take advantage of my love. Treat me good, treat me fair, treat me fair. Now that I've given you every part of me, don't let it go to your head, no.
friend. Here's your friendly announcer. I have serious news to pass on to everybody. What I'm about to say could mean the world's disaster, could change your joy and laughter to tears and pain. It's that love in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. Hey, going round, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it's gone too far. The force of evil plans to make you its possession, and it will if we let it destroy everybody. We all must take precautionary measures. If love and peace you treasure, then you'll hear me when I say, oh, oh, that love in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. Hey, hey, going round, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it's gone too far. People, you know that love in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. You know that hate's going round.
Shout out to the Angry Man. What's going on with you, bro?
Stop it, please, before it's gone too far. It's up to you, 'cause love in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. You know that it's going round, breaking. It's tried to break my heart and it tried. Don't, you've got to start to think before love in need of love, delay.
Shout out to the White Shadow. What's going on, bro?
Right away. You know that hate's going around. It's going around. Hate's going around. They try to bring it up many hearts. You've got to, I've got to, they've got to, we've got to, they've got to, we've got to stop it before it's gone too far. Love to me. Oh, love. Did you ever think that love
I didn't want to interrupt that song. That is a great song right there. I didn't watch the game. I was on the stream, White Shadow. I was on the stream, man. Do you ever think that love will be in... That is a trick question. I'll tell you one thing, though. You guys got to hear the... Make sure the word is right. Instrumentation. I think that's the word. Man, that song right there. I see when I listen to music, I listen to what's going on in the backgrounds. I don't listen to the main tracks. I'm always listening to the shit that's going on in the background. Not instrumental. What? Did I say it right? Instrumentation? Maybe. I don't know. I know what I'm talking about, though. Not instrumental. No. The shit in the background matters, man. All the shit in the background. Like the keyboards, when you listen to the music, just listen to what's going on in the back versus what's going on in the front. The most important shit, look at Stacking Bodies. The arrangement. There you go. That's where I'm at. Shout out to Stacking Bodies. The arrangement. Yeah, that song right there, there's some shit going on in there. You got to listen to what's, man, all the music, and especially Parliament, Funkadelic. The shit that's going on in the back is more important than the shit that's going on in the front. But most, a lot of people, they pay attention to the shit they really could hear. You put on those fucking headphones and shit like that. You hearing, you got on a decent set of headphones, you can hear some shit. It's a lot of music like that. Prince. That motherfucker be saying some shit in the background. Some of that shit Prince be saying be terrifying. Like some of that shit on that 1999 album, he was saying some weird ass shit. Kind of scare me. Herschel. Come on. What y'all know about it?
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
Someday, yeah, we'll put it together and we'll get it undone. Someday, when your head is much lighter. Someday, yeah, we'll walk in the rays of a beautiful sun. Someday, when the world is much brighter.
And shout out to Stacking Bodies again. And Mrs. Stacking Bodies.
Things are gonna be easier.
Shout out to y'all.
Ooh, child, things will be brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna be easier. Ooh, child, things will be brighter.
Someday, yeah, put it together and we'll get it undone. Someday, someday, yeah, we'll walk in the rays of a beautiful sun. Someday, 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 and we'll get it undone. Someday, 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 with the rays of a beautiful sun. Someday,
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
Shout out to the five stair steps, I believe. It's a cool little album. I'm gonna play some heavy shit. Yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock. I'm gonna play this shit right here. Like this next song I play. This is a perfect example right here. This song right here, like pay attention to what's going on in the background. We're gonna play some Parliament right now. We're gonna play some Parliament. We're gonna play Sir Nose, Devoid of Funk. But you guys really listen to all the shit going on in the background. Especially if you got some headphones, listen to how the synthesizers, how everything is arranged. Listen to all the backdrop talking, all this. So, man, that's what the shit I'm talking about is what makes these albums so great. Shout out to the Carolina boy, Hyper, I see you. Man, Parliament, 1977.
I am Sir Nosed, devoid of funk. I have always been devoid of funk. I shall continue to be devoid of funk. Star Child, you have only one battle. I am the subliminal seducer. I will never dance. I shall return, Star Child.
Syndrome, twiddly-dee-dum, hum-dum, don't succumb. Syndrome, twiddly-dee-dum, hum-dum, don't succumb. Syndrome, twiddly-dee-dum, hum-dum, don't succumb.
Better luck next time.
I can dig it. This is the Star Child. On another day, chasing the noses away. Protector of the pleasure principle.
Star Child. Let me put on my sunglasses so I can see what they ain't looking at. Yeah. Oh, I love those Mises to pieces. Speaking of the zone of zero functivity, better known as the nose zone, has anybody seen no smell-o-vision? Where is Sir Nosed? If y'all see Sir Nosed, tell him the Star Child said, "Ho! Put that snoot to use, you mother! 'Cause you will dance, sucker." A nigga bag food. Pay attention. Pieces to pieces. But they ain't really blind. Just gonna mind. Star Child, protector of the pleasure principle. Hucka-bucka, baby. No one knows where the nose goes when the blow is done. A little croonability is there. Yeah.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
A nigga bag club. Pay attention. Protector of the pleasure principle. Has anybody seen Sir Nose devoid of funk? Tell him he will dance. He must dance. I'll shoot it with the pop gun. They're gonna blow my mind.
behind the picture, revealing a nose I think I recognize. Well, Sir Nose.
I make the bag full.
Come on out, Sir Nose.
I can understand every bit of this shit.
You know what you can do with your funk star child? You will never
I can hear every instrument in this motherfucking shit. You might not be the chosen one. Only the chosen ones can understand this shit. You might not be the chosen one. Man, you gotta be chosen to understand the funk. You gotta be chosen to understand this shit. What type of music you like, Jim Jones? Well, what type of music you like? I'm just asking. Yeah, if you don't understand the funk, I'm like, okay, well, what type of music you like? Because so much music is tampered with funk. You know what I mean? That's what you call good music right there. Three blind music. Three blind mice. I said three blind music, man. Three blind mice. Have you ever seen I love spiritual music, classic hip hop, R&B. Okay, what's spiritual music? What's spiritual music? Give me an example. Okay, and give me some examples as far as classic hip hop and R&B. Give me some examples before I even say anything. Well, give me some examples, man. Church music. So what's church music? Where do you think? Well, don't say the Clark sisters, because the Clark sisters got tons of funk, and that's facts. That take me to the king for church. This shit takes me to church right here. No doubt. The same type of chanting. But if you're going to talk, man, even gospel music has heavy layers of funk. There's no doubt about that. No doubt. Man, I'm a huge Clark Sisters fan because of they music. I don't be fucking with no bullshit ass Kirk Franklin though. You probably like that corny dude. You probably be walking around and just stomping everywhere and shit. You know what I mean? The fuck? It's different listening to the Lord's music. Gospel is better than funk, in my opinion. Sweet. Come on, talk about it, Herschel. Talk about it. Talk about it, man. Hey, I'm hey again. If that's what you do, that's what you do, bro. You know, I just don't. You know, I'm very selective on my gospel music selection. It has to be the real shit, the Mahalia Jackson, Tupac, or Biggie. What the fuck you talking about? SWV. All that shit is funk elements. What the fuck you talking about? They sampling, all that shit is funk. Every group you just said has funk involved in it. No doubt. Or they unsampled some shit that has some funk involved. Bet your favorite song was... You see what I'm talking about? How old are you, Jerry? Name 2 songs off top what? You name 2 songs. You don't... I'm talking to a kid. I'm talking to a goddamn kid. Dude, we can't even have this conversation. Go and take your ass and go listen to... Go in and deal with your praise dancers. You know what I mean? I ain't tripping. Come on, man. You're 25. You're a baby. You're a baby. I can't have this conversation with you. Man. Aretha Franklin. Tupac ain't sampled no funk. Oh, I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm not even gonna have this discussion. Please, y'all don't ban him. He don't know no better. He really need to get educated. The fuck? I do my research. Yeah, he's a troll. He's a troll. He's a troll. I'm not tripping. I'm gonna smoke some more pot and play a little bit more music, and then I'm gonna take my ass to sleep and get this motherfucking bag. Fuck what he talking about. Fuck what he talking about. Talking about the funk, and he talking about Tupac and Biggie. He's 25. Come on, man. He was born in the 90s. Born in 97, 98 type shit. Man, I was running the streets. Dealing with them freak of the weeks. Nah, don't ban him. Don't ban him. Don't ban him. Leave that. Oh my God. Y'all motherfuckers.
She got to be freak of the week. Yeah. Gotta be.
Y'all cold. Y'all cold as ice. Shout out to Master Yip.
Got to be freak of the week. Yeah. She got to be freak of the week.
Let that motherfucker back in. He might want to get educated. Let him back in. He wasn't talking crazy. He just didn't know no better. He don't know no better. He needs to be educated. Let his ass back in. Once he start talking crazy, we'll get rid of him. But he don't know no better.
off. She's a big freak, claims to be freak of the week. She's a disco rockin' mama at the disco.
I'm a man.
She's a big freak.
Gotta be the freak of the week.
Yeah.
All right, at least run the paperwork. Is he a legit? Is this shit legit or is it no subscribers? How we looking on that? How the paperwork look? I know, but hey, these young motherfuckers, we gotta educate them a little bit. We gotta school them a little bit. I'm serious, man. She's a big freak. Got to be the freak of the week. Hey. She's a big freak.
Don't give her that one feel ballistic, that disco sadistic, that one beat up and down, it just won't do. Don't give her that forever and ever thing.
Listen to them whistles in the background. But you just hit me? You just called me? My phone ain't ring. You're probably talking about the disc golf. Older white dude. Don't mean nothing. Let him back in. Who you talking to? I don't know if you're talking to disc golf or what. Y'all motherfuckers got a fucking alliance out there in the Pacific Northwest, the PNW. Shit sound like an Elks Lodge. PNW. That shit sounds certified and everything. You gotta be the freak of the week. Man, we double playing this shit. The fuck? Hey. That shit hard right there. Are you going to do any of those podcasts soon? Yes, sir. You have to stay subscribed and stay tuned.
Yeah.
What you gotta do?
Was it neat? Yeah. Not just knee deep, she was totally deep when she did the freak with me.
never missing a beat, yeah. Boy was in need, yeah.
Hell no. They ain't gonna be live. They're gonna be pre-recorded. They're gonna be the real deal.
It didn't work, no. It wasn't funky no more.
It's gonna be edited. Shit is gonna be podcast.
And when she does, she set the world on fire.
You've been waiting for a minute. You ain't been around that long. You ain't been around that long. You only been waiting for a couple weeks. Where you from? Where you from, Jim Jones? Where you from, man? Where you from?
Never missing a beat, yeah. Boy, was it me, yeah. She was on deep when she did the freak with me.
Where you from, man? Your friend suggested. Who's your friend? Who's your friend? Who's your friend? I can't wait to hear this shit. We need the name drop. You got a gang of motherfuckers in here. We need that name drop. You threw them out there. Who sent you? Who sent you? And you know Disc Golf, he quick to get rid of a motherfucker. I'm just letting you know. Don't do it though, Disc Golf. I want to know who sent his motherfucking ass. Nah, hell nah. No disrespect to Lola, hell nah. Ain't no. Nah, see? Nah. You name dropping weirdos? Nah. I was just saying that. I was just saying that. I was just fucking saying that. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, Herschel. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. These bitch ass niggas, man. Come on, man.
She was so funky, oh, the girl's a freak, the girl never misses a beat, yeah, yeah.
I got too many trick questions. You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready. I'll throw the whammy on you. Come on, man. Come on, don't ever come up in this stream with somebody else Dusty co-signing. He said Terrence Hewlett. I'm dead. Terrence Hewlett buy crackhead pussy. And that's a fact. He said that shit on stream. He buy straight smoker pussy. And I'm not even hating. He said that himself. Mellow. You be trolling me, Mellow? What's going on, man? Come on, man. Told you niggas be moving weird. They be moving weird as fuck. DJ Nasty featuring Priest Holmes. I'm sorry, Mello. Man, your boy in limbo. Where he at? Where he at, man? Where he at? We gotta talk about some things, man. You gotta tap in, man. That's facts. He gotta tap in, man. Come on, man. Hey, he still got his wrench. He need to tap in. He still got his wrench. Come on, man. He still got his wrench. He's still family. He needs to tap in, man.
Ants in my pants and I need to dance. I got ants in my pants and I need to
He in limbo. Alright, he in limbo. He be doing his thing. He be doing his thing, Herschel. He be doing his thing.
Chicken ain't clicking, boots weren't clicking. But your music moved me, it moved me.
He be doing his thing. He need to tap in.
Start trying to liberate my feet. This be me, immersed in flow so deep. I need to dance. Oh, get on up. She was so funky, oh. The girls are free, the girl never misses a beat, yeah.
I'm just gonna shut the fuck up and listen to the music.
It didn't work, no.
Ugh. Ah.
Something about music, it got into my pants. Something about music, it got into my pants. Something about music, it got into my pants. Something about music, it got into my pants.
I'm sorry, y'all. Shout out to Candy. Motherfucking Kevin Singleton was good. Man, where did I get this at? I think GameStop, man. Felipe Wayne from the Spinners. Make no mistakes.
This funky music got what it takes to groove you sometime. Knock you down, make you want to turn around and do it one more time. Yeah.
That's that shit.
Something about the music, whoa, me, yeah.
That's that shit right there. That's that heat right there, man.
Hands in my pants and I need to dance. I got hands in my pants and I need to dance. Woo! Chicken ain't picking, moose wasn't picking. But your music groove me, it moves
That's that shit right there.
That music and the beat start trying to liberate my feet. This be me, immersed in funk so deep.
It got into my pants.
I need to dance.
Man, shout out to George Clinton. Funkadelic, man. What y'all talking about? The best to do it. "18 minutes of pure funk." Funk. "18 minutes of funk." That was healthy. That was some healthy ass shit. When there's some good funk man, when there's some good funk going on, ain't no clock to it. No clock to it at all. That shit just be running. Man, I could play Funkadelic all night and smoke pot. It seems like that shit just works. Weed and Parliament and Funkadelic albums it's a perfect marriage. It's a perfect marriage. Brother Michael, tell it, man. Weed, Parliament, Funkadelic. Man. It don't get no better than that. Oh, that was real healthy. That was real awesome. Every time I play, man, George Clinton, I get excited. That shit is, man. Then those grooves, those long grooves, man. Oh, man. Man, I can hear it all night. Absolutely. Absolutely. That shit be, man. I can't explain it. I mean, I know what I get out of it when I hear these Parliament. When I hear funk music, period. But when I hear when I hear the Doctor doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? Anything connected to the Doctor, you know, I just zone out. You know, Bootsy. That, you know, when I play his shit, Bernie Worrell, The Brides of Funkenstein, Parlette, motherfucking the Horny Horns. It's like it's a sound, and they always have something on that motherfucker where you just gotta smoke to that shit. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. George Clinton George Clinton probably has the best music catalog ever. Besides James Brown. And that's facts. And third runner up to that, and people be hating. And they don't want to give these boys they credit. Them goddamn Isley Brothers, they on that funk wagon too. Isley Brothers they deserve more credit than people being given them. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, Isley Brothers got some shit with them. Yeah. Oh, those are my, hey, Herschel, as far, no, I just gave you my top 3 list. I was dead serious. James Brown, Parliament Funkadelic, the Isley Brothers. In that order. As far as catalogs and body of work, man, that's facts. That's facts. I mean, yeah, man. Yeah. I stand strong with that. I just stand strong with that. Those type of groups, even those, man. Those Isley albums, man, you can smoke to that shit. That shit put you in that zone. That shit put you in the zone, man. There's a few albums that do that shit. You just got, hey, those Bob Marley albums too. I ain't gonna lie. Bob Marley got a nice catalog. You could get real high to that Marley shit. You could get real high. Oh, Isley Brothers dude. Hey, I don't understand why they don't have a documentary or a movie or something like that. Like, seriously. They discovered James Brown. Not James Brown, Jimi Hendrix. I'm sorry. The Isley Brothers, they put Jimi Hendrix on. Come on, man. For funk, I would have. No. In order, it will go James Brown, then George Clinton. That's just how it is. Jimi Hendrix, yeah. Black Sabbath. What do you mean by Black Sabbath? Ozzy Brothers did something with Black Sabbath? I didn't know that. Oh, you mean as goats, as groups. I'm talking about the catalog though. I'm talking about this body of work. Black Sabbath is good though. They're good. But Jimi Hendrix, that's a product of Ozzy Brothers. Yeah. Bob Marley is great smoke music. All this music I play, man, I think so is great smoke music. That's why I smoke so much. The most weed I smoke is when I play vinyls. Like when I'm not playing music, I'm not smoking like this back to back. Nah, I just get into my zone and get into my element. When these vinyls are spinning, it's something about that shit, the record crackling and shit, and I just start doing what I do. It's just like I told you, the vinyls and the weed, it just plays hand in hand. We talking funk though. No, we talking great albums, but Isley Brothers do fall in the funk wagon. They do fall in there. You know who's underrated with funk though? You know who's underrated with funk? Cameo. We don't hear enough about Cameo. We need to hear more about Cameo. I think Larry Blackman is like a genius. People be remembering Cameo from all that Word Up shit and all that shit in the 80s. You got to go back to the Casablanca Chocolate City days. You know what I'm saying? In the early 70s. Man. Cameo was a force to be reckoned with, man. Let me tell you something. If we gonna go off of funk groups, if we gonna go off of straight funk groups and shit, it will be Parliament and like my favorite, man, I got different greats and shit, but Cameo is up there. Is up there. Yeah, they need a documentary. Cameo needs something. They need something, like legit. Brick. I don't like, you know what? I don't like Brick. I got Brick albums. I play Brick on the stream. I don't like Brick because they only... You know why I play Brick? Because, I mean... Brick is not the type of album that I will play if I was just chilling by myself. I have it. I have the albums, but I play it on the feed because I know the people, you guys will enjoy that shit. Ain't gonna hurt nobody, all that bullshit. I don't like that shit. Me personally, I play it, but I just don't like that shit. I don't like Brick. I have the albums though. I play it on the stream all the time. I'm just telling y'all. They burnt it out here. I just purchased 3 Cameo LPs. Nah, dude, fuck with Cameo. I'm just saying, man. You know why Brick is an easy album to find. No, I take that back. Let me take back that statement. It's not an easy album to find. That's probably why I do have it. Those albums. What's going on? Shame on it out there in Compton. What you talking about? I mean, I'm a huge Ohio Players fan. I'm a Ohio Players junkie. Where my lighter at? He said cool in the game. He said cool in the game. I like the early Kool and the Gang. I know I fuck with the early Kool and the Gang. I'm you know what? I fuck with Kool and the Gang all the way, and I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. I fuck with Kool and the Gang all the way to Too Hot. After Too Hot, they started falling off when they started running that Rosanna bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't tap in on that. You know, that's dentist office music, you know, grocery store music, Rosanna and shit. I wasn't fucking with that. But Kool and the Gang is also slept on with their earlier shit. But I liked Ohio Players a lot, especially the early shit, the fucking the Westbound years, the bald headed lady on the cover. Yeah, that was the butter shit. Rosanna was trash. Somebody liked that shit though. Somebody did. I hated that song. And I don't even spread hate, but I hated Rosanna. And Celebration, I hated that shit because they burnt it out. It became, you know, when I was a kid, I remember it started at there was 2 songs they played at birthday parties. They played Pass the Dutchie and they played Celebration. I like Pass the Dutchie, but I never did like Celebration. And that's facts. Celebration was trash. Shout out to Pink Floyd. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's another slept on group. They got some pretty good grooves. They got some real good music, actually. Led Zeppelin, all that stuff. You know, I listen to everything, man. You guys know it. You guys know it. I mean, I just don't listen to country. That's the only thing I can't fuck with. I gave it a fair shot. I just can't fuck with it. It just can't. It's not going to work. It just doesn't work with me. I like Celebration because of the 85 Olympics. When that shit was at the Coliseum? Isn't that where the 85 Olympics was? That's the same year they had the gang crackdown. The 80. Am I correct? Full pack. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. I will tap into it and check it out. At the Coliseum. That's when they had that gang crackdown. The same time. I remember that shit. I remember the Olympics that year. I was a little kid. But they had to clean the streets up for the Olympics. They put everybody in jail that year. I remember that shit. They redo a lot of that funk stuff. All right, I'm going to have to check it out. Man, you guys got to remember, man. The old man unseen some shit. Old as fuck, man. Herschel unseen some shit too. If you in your 40s, especially if you're around 45, you unseen some shit in your lifetime. You seen some shit. Sometimes you got to be in the mood for it. Absolutely. But Pink Floyd, yeah, you can't play that shit all the time. I'm gonna keep it a buck. The craziest shit I think I ever seen in our lifetime. Since my birth from the 70s. I was born in 1974. The craziest shit I think ever as the people was probably crack. That's facts. I think motherfuckers could agree on that shit. That crack changed the fucking game. Yeah, man. Hey. When crack hit the streets, it changed the game. Everywhere. That shit just wasn't in certain areas. It changed the landscape everywhere. Everybody was fucked up on that shit. It was so crazy. They came out with this little shit in elementary school called DARE. Drug Abuse Resistance Education. You feel me? They had made all the kids take little yellow booklets. Man, this shit was crazy. This shit was crazy. That crack shit was real as fuck. This opioid shit. This shit ain't had shit on what crack undid. You know what I'm saying? This shit is different. Shout out to Eddie Words. Between crack and an AIDS epidemic. Fags. We can't forget about that. We can't forget about that. We watched that shit happen too. We watched that shit happen. Motherfucker was dying off left and right in the 80s. These are facts right here. They didn't know what was going on. Just say Rock Hudson. Herschel, you remember that? When Rock Hudson, then Freddie Mercury. Come on, man. I was a little kid. I remember this shit. Bad. That shit was crazy. A lot of shit happened in the 80s, man. A lot of shit happened in the motherfucking 80s. Told y'all, the game changed in the 80s. In between crack, AIDS, you feel me? Those were real game-changing events. And it was so bad. It was so bad with the AIDS game. Remember, you couldn't even fucking get blood transfusions for a second. If you got shot or some shit like that for a second, you was just assed out because they was fucking with contaminated blood and all types of shit in the 80s. That's facts. Y'all could Google this shit. Magic Johnson had motherfuckers as shook. I remember that shit. Man. Len Bias. Who remember that? When Len Bias died. Come on, man. Who remember that shit, man? Man. These were game-changing events. Arthur Ashe, Come on, that was in the 90s though, but that was still some shit. That was like 93, some shit like that. Arthur Ashe, I think. Man. That shit. Man. Like, man. 80s was cutthroat, man. Easy E was 90s, but that was some shit too. That was some shit too. I remember when Magic made the announcement. That shit, hey, Magic making an announcement was just as big as the riot starting out here in Cali. I remember that shit. I remember that. I remember that shit. Hell yeah. That's when it was real. That's when it was real then. Then you start seeing commercials everywhere and shit like that. And TLC coming out and shit. What about your friends? Rap videos with the condom all on the eye and shit. And then everybody was promoting that shit. You know what I'm saying? Promoting safe sex. All that shit. These are facts. Let's fast forward to 2019. They are promoting going raw right now. Game changed. Paula Abdul get AIDS. Paula Abdul ain't got shit. She had that raggedy ass TV show on VH1, I think. And crackheads was some shit back in the day. Crackheads was some shit, for reals. Crackheads was completely different from meth heads. Crackheads are completely different from meth heads or opioids. Those, man, those dope fiends, man, they'll do anything for a fucking rock. Like, they'll do fucking anything, man. Man, they'll be walking down the street with a whole refrigerator on their fucking back. Man, I mean, they be making shit happen. They be making shit happen. You gotta watch out for them crackheads, man. Absolutely. Crack gave people superpowers. You gotta watch out for them crackheads. You got to. I mean, meth people on meth scare me. When I see them, they kind of scare me and shit like that. You know what I mean? They just look scary. Like crackheads, I don't know. Like crackheads ain't scary. They, you know, you can negotiate with them motherfuckers. Them motherfuckers on that meth, man, they be scaring me, man. I be like, shit. Man. Man. Nah, dude. Let me tell you something. Man, my dad was fucking with that shit, you know, in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? That shit fucked him up. That shit fucked him up. You know, if I didn't have the type of mother I had, man, a lot of shit would have been real fucked up for the old man. You know what I'm saying? But she kept the fort together, you know. My pops, man, that dude got caught up in the sauce. So that's why, I mean, I could speak for experience, man. What, like how crack just fucked shit up. And it just wasn't me. Hey, it was just like overnight the game just changed for a lot of people. A lot of people I knew. You know what I mean? Shit was just crazy. Yeah, man. Dude. In the early stages, it was crazy. In the early, you know, It was weird. Smoking everything off. Everything. Everything. I watched that shit fuck my paw up. That's why, man. Hey, that's one of the main reasons why I mean, I've never done drugs in my life. Like, I refuse. Like, man, give me some pot, some liquor. Man, I could barely handle some liquor. I don't want nothing else. Man. I watched how that shit fucked that shit up. Fuck Pops up, man. Fuck that. Lucky enough he was able to bounce back and come out that shit. You know, but he was catching L's for a minute. Shit missing with the kids come home. Man, man. Mom's had to kick his ass out. He had to go. I remember that shit. He had to go. Yeah, man. I don't got time. I barely can handle liquor, man. And like I said, I don't need to be fucking with anything. I can't be controlling this shit like that. And shit be, man. And then I'm not knocking that. I'm too scary and shit like that. I'm too scary to do like some coke or like this. I'm too scary, man. What the fuck? My heart beats too fast off some weed. So I can imagine if I did some other shit, I'll probably like die or some shit. Nah, man, I'm good. Right, that's exactly. Hey, early 2000s, I used to, be at get-togethers and shit. Chicks popping X and shit like that. I used to just be watching these motherfuckers. Motherfuckers popping X, drinking. I'd be there smoking my little weed. And I'd just be watching shit just unravel. Just watching shit happen. I seen the effects of all types of drugs. That's just not what I do. Give me the weed. I get too paranoid. Stay in your lane. And in the early 2000s, everybody was fucking with the X and all that shit. This wasn't me. And then once I found out that ecstasy was fucking what? Heroin and coke. I was like, oh, hell no. I'm really never fucking with that shit. Yeah, man. Weed and drink. Absolutely. That's it. The early days, I used to drink some brandy. You know what I'm saying? Drink some brandy and shit like that. I used to drink some Hennessy. That's what I'm saying, man. Man. I'm good. That brandy used to be fire back in the day, though. I don't know about y'all, but in my early days, I used to drink Christian Brothers and Coke, man. That shit was butter in the early days. That shit would have you on your back. Then, you used to fuck with the Alizé for a minute. You know what I mean? The yellow bottle. I ain't talking about that nasty ass fruit passion. We talking about the yellow bottle, Alizé. That E&J, that shit was cool too though. But that shit, man. I used to fuck with that Parmesan, man. In the early days. You see me change the subject quick. That E&J, man. I don't got too much to say about that shit. I don't got nothing good to say about that shit. That Parmesan, man. That shit, man. Parmesan and Coke with some ice. Shout out to Maurice. With some ice, man. Oh, that shit was fire. You know. Oh. You hated Parmesan? Hey, it was the Parmesan or the brandy. You know, man. What? But then I changed it up. Man. And for a while, I was fucking with just gin and juice. Just this Seagram's bubble face bottle. You feel me? The bumpy face. And some orange juice. I think that shit is awesome to this day. Who does anybody drink gin and juice in here? I think that shit is good as fuck. To this day. I'll fuck with some Seagram's gin and some nice orange juice on some ice. Man. Hey, I could fuck with that. That's some shit I could fuck with all night and be cool. That shit, crazy joystick. That gin and juice. The bumpy, yeah. Herschel, the bumpy face. The bumpy face, Herschel. Man. Hey, you gotta have that shit. You gotta have that shit fucking mixed right. You gotta have that shit mixed right, bro. I'm trying to tell you. You gotta have, hey, gin and juice is fire. That's the same level as drinking some Grey Goose. Grey Goose was my shit with some orange juice back in the day. Stop playing with me. What's up with this shit? Yeah, that Grey Goose was my shit back in the day. Nah, but I just fuck with that. That clear. I'm a clear. I fuck with the clear. But it gotta have some juice in it. The Grey Goose. I still fuck with some Grey Goose right now. I'll still fuck with it. You know what I mean? I used to drink Mad Dog 2020. I didn't fuck with that shit. I used to give that shit to the chicks. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, that's what the chicks drink. The chicks drink 2020 or some motherfucking Boone's Farm. Man, back in the day, you feel me? You show up to the house party, you show up to the spot, you feel me? With some Boone's Farms, with some Mad Dog 2020s, and about 440s. That's about a $10 investment back in the day. Oh, I take it back. And then maybe $20 because you're gonna buy a dime sack of weed. So altogether, you're gonna show up to the spot, maybe like a $20 investment, and everybody's gonna be good. These are facts. Bottles are gonna spread around. Bottles and 40s gonna spread around, and you're gonna roll up about three or four cess blunts in a long ass Philly Titan. You understand what I'm talking about? We smoked these fucking Phillies back in the day. Man. The chicks would drink the Strawberry Hill, and they would get fucked up off of that shit. Or they'll drink them cheap ass fucking wine coolers. Man. 40 ounce, St. Ives, balls of eyes, man. 8 balls. Oh, 40 bottles is stacking up. Like, man, it was very simple back then. It was very simple. A small investment. Oh, man. Boone's Farm, 2020. Everybody was drinking cheap shit back in the day, like it was the best shit in the world. Facts. Everybody was drinking cheap liquor, like that shit was top-notch shit. It was cool. It was cool to show up with a half gallon of E&J to the get-together. You could show up with a half gallon of E&J to the get-together, and motherfuckers was loving you all night. Picking a gang of seeds out the weed. You feel me? Picking a gang of seeds out that shit, man. Getting the fattest dimes. Gang of seeds, though. Man. That's how people operated back then, man. That's how people did it. Man. I had for some reason I always had good weed connects coming up in the early days. I always did. I always used to get my little half ounce for $25 bucks. I get my half ounce of stress. You know what I mean? My red hair stress. Right. It will have its fair amount of seeds, but it was some pretty fire. I used to get my weed from a dude named Razor. I remember that. That motherfucker had a Jerry curl. He used to sit in the garage and sell weed all day. I'm not gonna drop a location though. But yeah, man. Hey, Razor used to plug me up. He used to plug me up. Facts. He used to show me a lot of love. A lot of love, man. Come on, man. Hey, motherfucker. Razor you know who Razor looked like? You remember in that movie Colors? You remember that motherfucker when Pac-Man rolled up on him? The fat motherfucker with the glasses and the Jerry curl. He got rolled up in a project and he said some shit about you ain't gonna do shit, Pac-Man. You know what I'm talking about, that fat motherfucker with the Jerry curl. That's who Razor looked like, man. I always said that shit. In Colors, man. I'm trying to tell you. He looked just like that motherfucker in the movie Colors, man. Nah, man. But Razor was the plug. I'm not going to I'm not going to say no other names and shit. I got to get authorization and shit. Like, man. The early days, though, that's how it was. He's selling halves of Reggie. Is this a fact in Long Beach? That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, man. I remember that shit. I remember, man, like you going over to motherfuckers' house and shit. And they, you know what I'm saying? They go into the house and they had them fucking metal scales, them little pocket metal scales, the portable scales, and they'll be weighing out the Reggie on that shit. Man, these little hand scales, everybody had them. They were like little keychain scales. That's what they were. They were little keychain scales. I wish I had one to demonstrate and show you guys, the people in the room. But they had these little keychain scales back in the day. You could take it off your key, and motherfuckers used to weigh the shit out like that. That was this. This is before the digital scale. Facts. Right, Lil Wayne. This is before the digital scale. Come on, man. Come on. The digital scale wasn't even around yet. Hey, and what was scandalous about that scale, it was weighing the plastic too. It was weighing the plastic. The shit was crazy. Man. Those were the days, man. Right. Everybody carried one. Everybody used to carry a little scale. Absolutely. Back in those days, man. Hey, I done seen a gang of arguments pop off. I done seen a gang of shit hit the fan because motherfuckers thought the weight was off. You feel me? Arguing about the weight being off. Oh, man. Hey, gang of times this shit. Only time you got shit got way different. They used to have them old scales. It wasn't. They used to. You know how they weigh meat? Am I saying that's right? Like when you go to a meat market before the digital scales, they had the scales. You know that weight like that. That's how they used to weight the weed, the big weed, like quarter pounds and shit. They'll use the old scales and shit like that. The counterbalance. I remember that shit. Long time ago, man. Quarter pounds used to be $130 for a QP in 1993. Hey, and if you had a QP back in those days, you felt like you was winning. You was winning. You was just like the man. You had a QP back in those days. Shit, if you had an ounce of stress, think about it, people in the room. You was the man if you had a nickel. Don't you understand you could show up at a spot with a nickel? Matter of fact, this is how crucial the game was in the 90s. Your homeboy would call you up. Hey, I'll call up disc golf. Man, what you doing? Man, all right. Nothing? You want to go half on a nick? How much is a nick? $250 each. We used to go half on a nick back in the day. My homeboy would pick me up to go half on a nick. And out that nick, you'll get about 3 blunts. Shh. Do you hear what I'm telling you? 3 blunts. And then you could go to the liquor store and get you a can of Slits for 75 cents. Or some OD. Or they had the St. Ives. This is when they had all that shit in the can. And if you had a little chick with you, you could buy her a little, and you want to be on some fly shit, you could buy a little St. Ives special brew. I'm dead. Dime bags was the thing. Nickel bags will smoke everybody out. Absolutely. No, that's what I was saying. If you had haps or anything like that, you was like the man. You could do damage with just a nickel. A fat nickel. A fat ass nickel. And Herschel, I don't give a shit what anybody say. Some of the best weed I ever smoked was in the 90s. With some of that Reggie. I don't give a shit how much weed I smoke now or the best quality weed. I don't know if it was something about the energy that was enhancing the experience. But to this day, I tell people some of the best weed I ever smoked was in the early 90s. Reggie weed. Stress. Red hair shit. $2 for $1 Old English. With the orange stamp on there. With the orange stamp, Kev. Stop playing with me. Man. What? Ling Ling when it was hooking it up. The little Chinese spot, man, they had all that shit. The brick pack. Dude. And I've been smoking. This is what I'm saying. Like, and it's not from being immune to it or just smoking all the time. Like, nah, dude. Like, smoke some fire ass stress back in the day. Some fire ass red hair shit. Hey, 93, 94, 90. I mean, there's 90 from 94 on. Everybody had a connect. Everybody. Come on, man. Cats was making a real living selling weed. Back in those days, like really supporting a family, selling weed all day. I'm not saying me, but I'm saying cats were back in those days. They had their little shit set up and they was doing what they do. Selling a gang of stress. Hey, back in those days, you wanted to know a Mexican though on the West Coast. These are facts. In those days, back in the 90s, if you knew an essay in Long Beach, if you knew a Mexican or something like that, you was fucking with them, you had a good plug. Because the Mexicans, they had the weed back in those days. They had it. And that's facts. They don't got it now. But they had it back in the early days. Because all that shit was coming from TJ. All that red hair stress, all that shit was coming from Mexico before the cartels. And the closer you got to Mexico, the cheaper it was. And back in those days, motherfuckers would want to go to San Diego and hook up with someone. Because San Diego had to connect. You could go to San Diego and hook some shit up. I didn't start smoking weed until what? 93. 93. That's when I started smoking. Yeah, man. It's been a long journey with it. The worst weed I ever smoked, and I'm going to say it again, 96. I hopped on a wave 93. The worst weed ever though is Houston, Texas. I don't know about in other places, but Houston, Corpus Christi. Matter of fact, I mean, man, I might have to say the whole state of Texas has the worst weed in the world. Trash. And I lived there. I actually lived in Houston for about 3 years. You understand what I'm saying? Like, don't ever let anybody in Houston tell you that they be smoking the good. They're lying to you. That's why they be smoking that what's that other shit? That fake weed. What's that fake weed they be smoking? That cake that I don't know. They smoke that fake shit out there in Texas because the weed is so bad out there. I smoked some weed out there before that tastes like perfume. I got upset. The weed was so last time I went to Houston, I ran out of weed, I scored some weed, and it was so bad I just didn't smoke. I just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna smoke till I get back home. This is some bullshit right here. Spice. They smoking spice out there. That's a fact. Chicago. I don't know. They fucking with compressed layers in Houston. They fucking with compressed layers. They peeling shit. The shit smell like perfume, smell like lavender. Straight up lavender. And that's facts. I'm just saying. Yeah. I smoke weed a lot of places, but yeah, Houston, just, ugh. I try Spice. No, come on, Eddie Words. Did you just throw out that to the masses? You, man, come on, man. Headache weed. Look, I remember in Houston, man, I will get like a dime bag of weed. I'll roll up like 2 blunts, right? I will roll up 2 blunts. Go get me like a beer. Well, and I'm trying to be exact. What was I drinking then? I'll go get a... It's after Katrina. What was I drinking then? I was drinking Coronas, man. And let me tell you something. Oh. Oh my God. All these motherfuckers talking about they tried Spice before. Oh. I can be Come on, man. Man. God damn. Who else wanna come clean right now? I was out of weed. Come on, man. I'm not fucking with that shit, man. Yo, the box fucking says not for human consumption. Not fucking with that shit. It says it on the box. It says not for human consumption. That shit is... Dude, it's incense. Y'all smoking incense, man. Shout out to Herschel Reed and Eddie Words. Y'all my people, but come on, man. Let's talk about it. What is it? Man. Fucking with no fucking... That, man, give me some pot. I'm going to smoke a little bit more pot if I get it. Man, I need to be asleep. This is crazy. But it's cool. I'll smoke one more blunt and I'm getting my ass up out of here. The fuck? Spice. I'm kind of... I'm a little disappointed. I shout out to y'all, but I'm a little disappointed, man. Y'all know the old man. Man, come on, man. Come on. I was at the homie house in Houston, Texas, and they were smoking spice, and I swear when they lit it up, when I went to the bathroom, I came out the bathroom and they was smoking it. I came out the bathroom, I was asking them where they got their incense at. I was like, that shit smell good. I thought they lit incense up in the house. That shit, man, it was smelling like strawberries. They was like, nah, that's the spice. We got this at the liquor store. I was like, what? 20 minutes later, they like this. Dog. Kevin Singleton. Dog, you hear this shit? Man. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me, man. Hey, that shit is terrible. That shit is terrible. Stay away from that spice. Stay away from that shit. Stay away from all that fucking black market, all the black market drugs. That's facts. I don't know where they got that shit from. Synthetic weed. That's dangerous. That's so fucking dangerous. That shit dangerous. This dude. They're making some shit they're making some shit trying to imitate weed. Do you understand what I'm talking about? They're making some shit to mimic weed. You'll lose your fucking mind smoking that shit. That's why I don't smoke with everybody, because you got motherfuckers that it look like they smoking weed. It look like they smoking weed, but they really be smoking spice and shit in K-12. That's facts. Especially in them states where they really can't get it like that. They got, I'm trying to tell you something. I'm trying to tell you. Man. Man. Them illegal states, for sure. And once you, hey, I'm glad you guys, hey, and don't get mad, I'm just saying this. Herschel and Eddie Words, I'm glad that you guys didn't lose your fucking minds experimenting with that shit. You guys should do some mushrooms or something. You feel me? What did Eddie say? I was so high, I thought I was on a boat. I missed it. Fuck, that shit was sitting there forever too, because I was talking. Oh, yeah, people be acting crazy all on that shit. Y'all gotta watch yourself, man. Hey, don't be smoking with other people. Get your own fucking weed. Get your own weed. Hey, if I'm going to a function or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? I like to have my own weed, and I'll just disperse them, just, you know, spread the love. I'll roll a bunch of pre-rolls and keep it going like that, because you don't be knowing what motherfuckers be smoking. I'm just saying, you got to think smart these days, man. Motherfuckers be smoking the okie doke. You don't want to smoke the okie doke? Man, that motherfucking okie doke. Yikes. What are you talking about?
Yo, this is Mood Control. Saying you might as well pay attention. You can't afford free speech. Mood Control is designed to render funkable ideas brought to you by the makers of Mr. Prolong, better known as Urge Overkill. The pimping of the pleasure principle. Oh, but we'll be pecking like a woodpecker with a headache. Cause it's cheaper to pump than it is to pay attention. You dig? A hucklebuck. Lo and behold, someone's funking with mood control. Every kind of beer. Deprogram, everything to ever cure your ear. Peck me lightly, like a woodpecker with a headache. When you're taking every kind of beer. The non-profit organization to ever cure your ear. Where'd you get your phone from? Name that feeling. Would you trade your funk for what's behind the third door? The big deal. Heads I win, tail you lose.
I'm about to get out of here too in a minute. Right after I roll through blunt. Shout out to E-Lock. Be cool, Mellow. I appreciate your time.
While I take you face to face with the nosiest computer I know.
The old man is getting tired.
When I count to 10, I want you to jump up. Stay there. Don't come downtown, flash the light.
You better leave that shit alone, Herschel. I don't want to fuck with nothing like that.
It's not domestically
I was on some dust. I'm cool. You did some dust before, Herschel? What year you did some dust? Back in 81, you got dusted? Disc golf. You ever did some dust before? They be getting dusted. Be getting dusted.
Deprogram and reprogram. Heads I win, tail you lose. Funk or else hold your. Would you trade your funk relief for this? How you like that? Today, have it. Longer they keep the nose around. Ain't it cute?
This is all I know about right here. This is all I know about. You feel me? I wouldn't mind smoking. Don't tell me this. Don't tell me this. So you telling me nobody in this stream with Smoke No Stress right now in 2019. Some bomb stress. If someone has some fire stress, some fire Reggie, you wouldn't smoke it? Man, I'll smoke that shit. Feel some fire Reggie. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers better remember, weed is weed at the end of the day. It's all about if it's grown right and proper. What you think they smoking Kush and shit in Jamaica? They smoking Reggie. They smoking Bomb Reggie in Jamaica. They ain't got no labs and shit out there. What? The bigger the pill. I fuck with, like I said, I'll smoke some fire stress. If someone had it, I know some good stress when I see it. I'm not smoking no compressed shit, but let's say if I was in San Antonio and I was like, yo, you guys, let me say something else that's fucked up. Let's say I was in like Kentucky or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Or Iowa. Somewhere off the grid. And the only thing they had was that shit. I'll fuck with it. They're smoking a different homegrown over there. Absolutely. I'll smoke outdoor. I have no problem smoking outdoor. Man, dude, I'm from the old school. When you come from the old school, from all of, man, you picking seeds up out of there. Only thing that I just choose sativa. Indica is too depressing. That shit just it makes me too quiet and shit like that. I prefer sativa weeds. That's just the only difference right now, but I'll smoke some stress. They smoking a different over there. I was in the Virgin Islands, highest I ever been. I don't know, man. I smoked some good weed, man. I smoked some good weed in my time. I mean, man. I smoked some good weed, man. I'm with you. I'll go ahead and hit this a couple times if I get up out of here. I'm surprised I've been on this long. Who's up in this thing still? Who's up in here, man? Chopping it up or listen to the old man. Do a little last minute tap in. You feel me? Shout out to the disc off. Man, I've been on way longer than I was supposed to be. It's crazy.
Control program talk or else hold your peace. Unfunky possibilities are by the makers of urge overkill and not.
Shout out to Elop catching the tail end of this motherfucker. I'm getting up out of here in a couple minutes, Elop. I'm stoned. I'm tired. I wish I would have grabbed. Did I grab any motherfucking munchies from the 99-cent store? That's why I be fucking up at. I should have grabbed munchies and shit, but whatever.
For there's nothing that funk will not render funkable. This is moody control urging you to funk on. Yo, ho!
I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
Ideas brought to you by the makers of urge overkill. Do not respond. This has been a test. Once again, the pleasure festival has been rescued with the aid of the funk.
Who's watching Colors?
And in doing so,
Man,
the possibilities
dude, Herschel, it's like my weed shit. It's like the experience now is different now, man. Shout out to the Shin. What's going on, man? What's going on, bro? It's good to see you, man. The experience is different. Like, I mean, I'm high, but it's not, man, it's not like back in the day, man. It's not like back in the day. It is not. The bigger the pill. They just called me the big pill. Right, it's not that adventure no more. I mean, I remember Herschel. I remember on a good day, like a good day, you just chilling at the house, you know what I mean? Man, you got you a couple of movies and shit from Blockbuster and shit, man. You get you a couple of blunts. And I remember, man, you'll smoke your little weed and watch your little movies, man, and you will be fucking blasted out of your fucking mind. You know what I mean? Like it's just, it was an adventure. Like it was a process to it. You was doing something. Now I'm just smoking, whatever. But back in those days, you had to have a reason. You was like getting into, like, man, I just can't explain it. Couple of seeds of the ashtray. So you light your blood, the seeds pop. And when? Hey, I done seen a lot of shit go down on off of a nick or a dime. Absolutely. I'll tell you some real shit right here. I remember when blunts first came out and not everybody could roll blunts. You feel me? I remember that part of the game. And the chicks would tell you to come through because they wanted to smoke a blunt, but they didn't know how to roll a blunt. In the early days, nobody, man, when Tupac and shit started rapping about blunts and shit like that, he brought that shit to the West Coast. Everybody wanted to smoke blunts. And these are facts. Not every, hey, I had to learn how to roll blunts. These are facts. For ages. No. Back in the day, Philly Blunts used to sell, Philly Blunt used to sell a big case of cigars. I used zigzags. I didn't learn how to roll blunts proper. My blunt game didn't get tight until at least 96. It was a process. I fucked up. The Titans, yeah. I fucked up a lot of blunts in the early days. $50 Phillies, yeah. It was like $30 or some shit like that. You know what I used to do also because I couldn't roll at first? You know them Hava Tampa? You know them Hava Tampa cigars with the tips, with the wooden tips? I used to motherfucking shake them like this, shake all the tobacco out without fucking up the paper, and then I would get the stress weed and stuff the Hava Tampa with the weed because I didn't know how to roll a blunt and I wanted to smoke a blunt bad. So I used to cheat and just empty the cigar and stuff that motherfucking shit with some weed, and there you go, I have my blunt. I knew how to roll joints, but I sucked at blunts for a minute. But I just remember that was a big deal though. Like, that was a huge deal to smoke blunts back in those days. Little chick will smoke a blunt for the first time. I done seen chicks lose they fucking mind. You know what I'm saying? Hitting the blunt once or twice. That's crazy. Smoking some Reggie. You can't make shit up like that. Black and Miles is trash. That's like the worst habit ever. Black and Miles is trash. Man, that's like a terrible habit. I smoked Black and Miles once. I used to. That was probably the only thing I could say, probably besides the weed and liquor. That was a terrible habit. Those Black and Miles, man. I was so glad to get rid of that habit. Yeah, I gotta get out of here, man. I'm getting out of here in a couple minutes, man. Take my ass to sleep. I'm surprised I'm up this late on a Monday. But it's whatever. Be cool, Eli. Nah, man. Early 2000s, late 90s. Black and Mild. Black and Mild. Not me. I smoked Black and Milds later in the game, but that's how big they were at that time. Yeah, it's just a nasty habit. One Black and Mild is like 10 cigarettes or some shit like that. It's crazy. Man, it's definitely time for me to go. I'm out of here after this joint right here. It's midnight out here. Oh my goodness. Shout out to Eddie Words. Yeah, man. After this joint, I'm out of here. Who's in here at this point? Is it just me and you talking about it? Man. Right, I'm out too, man. I got a couple more hours than that, but at least I gotta be at work at 8, but I get up around 7. Oh, you stuffed it in the Black and Mild, and yeah, that's a trick people used to do back in the day. I'm with you on that. Joshua, skate or die. Who are you, Joshua? Where are you from, Joshua? Shout out to NorCal. How you find the stream? How you find the stream? Every time I hear this song, I think about this party I had. Shit's crazy. My 40th. Damn, that was a while ago. Shout out to everybody. It's that time to go. Y'all be cool. All right, that's what's up. That's what's up, Mr. Josh. Is that a new page you got? Is that a new YouTube page, or you got some subscribers? I'm just asking, because I'm a subscribe to you. I like that song. Nice. Respect the skateboarding, man. Come back again, man. We'll chop it up. We'll chop it up about skateboarding. I'm about to split. Old man got to crash. Man, I'm tired and I'm high. And my feet, my bunions hurt. You guys have a beautiful night. Tell your people you love them. Stay out the way. I'll see you guys later on this week. For real, tell your people you love them. Good night.